Hey guys, it's me again. I have a confession to make. So, at the age of 22, I found out that I was struggling with OCD. No, I didn't go get diagnosed professionally by someone working in the psychotherapy or psychologist professions. It was something that I discovered on my own after looking up the symptoms for what I was feeling, and everything that I looked up on the internet, well, Google to be exact, matched the same things that I was feeling. I I've been I've been struggling with I struggled with OCD since about the age of 5, when I started noticing how I would walk on the sidewalk. I would walk on certain squares and certain patterns, and I've been doing the whole counting thing. I did the whole counting thing since I was around 5. Um, I used to have to do things in pairs of 2s, 4s, 8s, but not 3s, 6s, and 9s, because those were all numbers that were related. In my head, and 6 was the number of the devil. And I grew up in a very religious Catholic household, and my mom specifically. It wasn't until she passed away in 2011 that I started questioning my beliefs, religion, God, Jesus Christ, everything really. And I started asking myself, how can I find a better way? There must be a better way to this than just following religion and prayer, because prayer didn't work for me. You see, the thing with struggling with mental illness is that I prayed for years on end, hoping that God, Jesus Christ, would take away all the intrusive thoughts. You know what I mean? And that didn't really go away until things really got bad. I had just broken up a serious relationship, and my mom had died, and 2 bands that I was in fell apart. It wasn't until I hit that emotional turning point that I told myself, man, you know what, fuck this. Like, there has to be a way. And books started coming along my path. One of the books that really, the book that really set everything into motion was As a Man Thinketh by James Allen. That was the book that really opened up my mind to the power of thoughts, feelings, emotions. I remember opening up the book and seeing the first few pages, and it was just like being mind blown. And little did I know that by reading that book, I actually didn't have the intended effect of curing whatever was going on inside my head in terms of like OCD and stuff. Those were just benefits that I realized after reading the book that were taking place in me. I wasn't doing the counting anymore because I realized, okay, if those things don't have any power over my mind or my life in general, then why the fuck am I going to do them anymore? So, I did feel a little scared at first because I was breaking away from a routine, something that I was used to doing for a long time. And yeah, I read the book and I broke away from superstitions, doing the whole salt thing and bringing bad luck into my life and all that bullshit. Walking through the middle of ladders and considering it bad luck, seeing black cats. And honestly, I call bullshit on all that stuff, because black cats, are you fucking kidding me? Black cats are just fucking cats with black coats. Ah, man. And whoever thinks they're gonna have bad luck by walking through a ladder, well, okay, I think that's fucking stupid. But yeah, if you see me right now, you probably wouldn't think, oh, that guy is going through OCD or he's not having bad thoughts. But here's what I realized. Even people without OCD have bad thoughts. Everybody has bad thoughts. It doesn't fucking matter. So what I realized is not to get better from all of this, you don't need to fight the thoughts. You know, so, like, I got to the point where I actually agree with the thoughts, like, but I know that I don't have to feel bad about myself. I don't have to say, oh, I would do that, or I would kill someone, or I would fuck that dog because my mind tells me to. Like, it's bullshit. So, a few examples. Let's say, when I was really young, around 5, 6 years old, my mind would tell me, oh, I give my soul to the devil. That thought would just pop up into my head. I don't know why the fuck it would pop up into my head, but it's dumb. Nevertheless, I would still argue with it, and I would last the whole fucking day stressed out because I'm over here arguing with my 6-year-old mind, trying to figure out what the hell is going on with me. And yeah, I mean, it took years for that specific thing to go away. I don't do that anymore. I actually think a lot clearer. I believe I think a lot clearer than most people, than even most normal people. I found out about the law of attraction. I found out how it works. It's truly common sense. The more you focus on what you actually want rather than on what you don't want, the more you're gonna get the desired results. But if you're trying to get rid of something, the more you keep perpetuating its existence. You know what I'm trying to say? Let's say you don't like somebody. The more you think about not liking that person, the more that person is going to pop up in your life. You go to the store, that person is somehow there for some reason. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, it makes total sense. Law of attraction. Now I realize, okay, if I want to get better, it's not about getting rid of OCD or getting rid of a sickness or disease. It's about focusing on abundance, focusing on clarity, peace, yeah, all that stuff. You don't have to worry about like, oh, I gotta get rid of OCD or I gotta get rid of bad feelings. No, fuck that shit. Now, I mean, I see bad feelings as something that can teach me something. It can propel me forward if I see it in that perspective. Look at everything through an emotional perspective. Don't focus so much on the words, you know? When you say, I am rich, I mean, those are just words. But without the emotional force backing it, there's no power in it. You see, it's not the words that have the power, it's the emotion that has the power. But yeah, back to the mental health issue. Another point I've realized is that mental health and mental illness are very stigmatized in society. When I opened up about it to my dad, he didn't respond to it in a very good way. Neither did my brother. My sister didn't really know much about it. My father denied it. He says I've always been normal. My aunt says I've always been normal, that I don't have anything. But the thing is, they don't know how I felt, what I was going through. And many of you who are going to see this video are probably going to relate to it, because not many people have responded well to mental illness, you know. The people that I noticed that responded the most politely and most responsive to what I had to say were people that I met on the street, strangers, and even some friends. They responded better than my family did. And am I gonna hold a grudge against my family for denying it. No, like I told you, the more you focus on what you're trying to get rid of, the more you're gonna keep that in your existence. So guess what? I'm gonna focus on my life and moving on with what I have to do, not on the things that are going bad. But yeah, I mean, if you guys have any questions, you guys can post them down below. I'll do my best to reply to them. Well, before I end the video, I'll tell you guys a little bit about what I've been up to since since clearing up my head a bit. I mean, I've gone on tour around the United States. I got a job going on tour with a band. I'm not so focused on, I'm not obsessed about meeting women. I can actually stay home and enjoy a movie or just enjoy playing the guitar for once, you know? It's the little things. Actually, who say it's little things or big things? You know, like me being at this park and being out in the sun and laying on the grass, stuff like that. Who's to say those are little things or big things? It might be big things for all I know. I don't know. I will say something though to all of you listening to me right now. I am living proof that it is possible to get better, to improve your life, and to heal yourself. I remember reading a book called, I think it was Brain Lock by Jeffrey Schwartz. I read quite a few books on OCD, and one common theme between all those books is that they said people struggling with this condition are probably going to struggle with it the rest of their lives. And I got mad. I told myself, fuck that. I am going to be making a change in my life. Whether people tell me I can't do it or I can do it, I am going to make it happen. And I am here telling you guys that it is possible to heal yourselves. And, another thing, I've gone through depression. I mean, when I broke up in the serious relationship that I mentioned earlier, and I never took antidepressants. I never took any of that bullshit. I told myself that I was gonna do it as natural as I could. Yeah, it fucking hurt. Depression hurts. And having intrusive thoughts didn't make it any easier, but I did the best I could to eat better. Not saying that I have the best diet in the world, but yeah, I didn't take antidepressants. I've learned about meditation. I learned about the law of attraction, and I just started going out seeking opportunities. I've worked in the film and TV industry as a background extra. I've worked with famous people now. So, hey, I struggled with intrusive thoughts, with nasty thoughts, like my mind telling me that I was gonna put a pillow on my mother's face and kill her. Like, that's stupid. Those are intrusive thoughts. And fighting with them wasn't gonna get me anywhere better. But I'm opening myself up to everyone in the world, because I am letting everybody know that this is something serious and it can be overcome. You know, there's a lot of people that take it lightly, saying like, oh, you know, I'm so OCD, but they're really not, because if they were, they wouldn't be laughing about it. They would be in pain. But thing is, am I or you gonna take it bad on them? I mean, are you gonna get mad at them for taking it lightly? No, I mean, why get mad at them? You're just gonna perpetuate the negative feelings that you're gonna feel. But still, fuck them, you know? only we know what it's like to feel this way, and things are gonna start changing. Things are changing. Wake up, world.